Hello everyone, this is a sound test. Can you hear me well? Yes. Okay. I think we are going to start in 1 minute. Just waiting for everybody to connect. Okay. Hello everyone. Welcome on this TINA lunch webinar. I'm glad to be here with you today. So I'm just for you. I'm Jeffrey Vitar. I'm the product marketing manager from Atempo, dealing with data protection topics. And today I will be on stage with Renaud Bonnevie.
Hi everyone, thank you, Geoffrey.
Hello, Renaud. He will help me to demonstrate all the new features we are going to explain today. So let's start this session. So today, TINA 4.7.1 presentation around security new features. We'll speak about M365 new feature, easy setup also. Storage part with a new target disk storage, compatibility, new OS, and at the end, we'll speak about UI improvements. Let's start. So data immutability. Today, every day, we can see that a lot of cyber threats are growing and are everywhere, specifically ransomware attacks. That's why I put this number on. In 2021. Almost 80% of cyber attacks were ransomware attacks, and 76% of victims pay the ransom. So it's more than the half of the attacks where the victims have to pay to get back their data. And worst, 25% when you pay the ransom, in 25% you won't, even if you have paid the ransom, you won't get back your recover your data. So it's a ransomware are everywhere today. It's a huge threat, and so we decided to develop some TINA features trying to protect backups and trying to protect data. So how can we protect the data? Immutable data on object storage. So well, today, if you use Tina and you want to back up your data to an S3 storage, with this new 4.7 version, you will be able to activate what we call the S3 object lock. Once it's activated, uh, the data you've backed up will be unable to be modified, deleted, or encrypt. Then the ransomware cannot encrypt, won't be able to encrypt your data. This S3 object lock coming with TINA 4.7 will be compatible with S3 generic object storage, but also the private cloud S3 object storage, and will we will deliver you compatibility list later, but we are trying to be almost compatible with all the S3 storages. One interesting thing concerning S3 object lock, there are actually two modes available within the TINA interface. The first one is governance mode, and the other one is compliance mode. The difference between both of them, in governance mode, okay, the data will be immutable once on the object storage. But however, if you have the super user rights, then you will be able to modify, to delete, uh, or to simply to rename the data. The compliance mode, the one which is selected into the screenshot here, even if you are a super user, you cannot modify, delete, or encrypt the data until the retention is passed, has passed. So be careful with this latest option. This is the way to fight and to protect your valuable data against ransomware. Okay, you can of course you can back up any data and activate the S3 object lock, such as database, hypervisor data, your NAS, or even Microsoft M365 data can be backed up with TINA and protected with this S3 object lock. Okay, and now it's Renaud will demonstrate how this feature works with TINA. Renaud?
Yep. So here we have the new user interface of Tina. We see that there are a couple of changes right now. So we just logging into the user interface, and I will now show how we can configure this S3 object lock setup. So to do it, we are selecting a cloud storage. We can just in our example, we will connect to an S3 Amazon, but you see that we can connect to any kind of S3 physical or cloud. We just configure the URL, an access key to access, and we can ask Tina to automatically create the bucket from this part. And then we have the simple immutability option that we can configure from this point, where we can define whether we want governance mode or compliance mode. And so you see everything is automatically set up. We can define the retention, and when we do that, we will define a storage pool name, and then the Tina will automatically create the bucket in Amazon, set up like we have it configured. So everything is pre-configured at the Tina level. So when we have the bucket set up, we can just launch the backup. We can follow, of course, the progress. With a simple browser, we can, of course, access our data. We see that we have been pushing data from M365 application or from a file system application. And we can simply browse with our S3 browser every information. So of course we can have like critical data like patient records. So we see pretty impacting data. When we go into patient records, we see that all this information can be viewed. And of course, we have this option of deleting, of course, the data. But as it is object lock, if you really connect to the Amazon console, we can also find the bucket with the data we just viewed in the S3 browser. And the difference is that, of course, we can access this data and also that we just have been deleting. So we can show the version and the data is not really deleted, but have only the deleted marker. So which enables us to recover this data. So it's not because it's deleted visually on a S3 browser that we cannot recover data. So you see, the configuration is very simple. So everything we do now in Tina is web-based with a completely new UI, great user experience. Configuration is made easy, and we are bringing every time new capabilities. And of course, immutability is one of the very important functionality that customers are asking us. So yeah,
Thank you.
that's it for this demo.
Thank you, Renaud. So as you can see, it's really easy to manage and to activate. And it's a really powerful feature to fight against ransomware encryption. Protecting data is important, but protecting access is also almost important, or is also very important. That's why we developed a new password policy to get access to the Tina console, because, as I said, protecting the access is essential to fight against intrusions. Um, the strong password reduce the risk of brute force attack, and there are many video on the internet showing how it's easy to to brute force a simple password. So here, with this new password policy, Tina will show you how to create a strong password using uppercase, lowercase, numbers, letters, special characters, everything. And it will also help you to regularly change your password each month, every 2 months. Then you can define this value, and this password is also encrypted with an SHA 256 algorithm. So really, again, protecting data is key, but protecting access is also key. And now I think it's the demo time again, Renaud.
So yeah, let's see how we can configure this this password policy management. When we are logged into the user interface, we see that we can just go to the user profile and select the password policy management. At this place, we can easily define the preferred rule of the company. So we provide default rules, as you can see, and you can just increment the way you want. So we are incrementing the password length from 1. If I now disconnect and we have a user going to connect with their old password, which not comply with the password policy, system will provide them the possibility to change and also to view the new password policy so that they are helped in their process to change their password. As soon as they're logged in, they the system have been retaining the new password, and now they can just log in into the system successfully. So we see very simple
Yeah.
process and easy to go. Really powerful in terms of configuration. So you can just adapt and be compliant with the latest security rule thanks to the new password policy management.
Okay, thank you, Renaud. We've seen the security part. Let's see now the another hot topic, Microsoft 365 backup. We had a lot of feedback from the field asking us to well, the possibility to backup M365, which was the case with the previous Tina version, the 4.6.9. And with this new version, we have implemented new features such as easy setup for M365. Um, um, let's see first what can we do with Tina and Microsoft 365. So today, Tina is able to back up all applications from the Microsoft 365 environment, such as Exchange, SharePoint, OneDrive, or even Teams. But also, if you still have an Exchange server on-prem, you can still use your Tina to back up Exchange or SharePoint from an on-prem server. Really interesting thing with Tina is the capability to back up to on-prem or cloud um, directories. On this slide, you can see that Tina is able to back up to disk, back up to tape, and tape is really interesting if you want to do some air gap or yeah, air gap backup, for instance. Or even if you have an on-prem S3 storage, Tina is also able to back up all your data from Microsoft 365 to an S3 object storage uh, target. But also, if you want to do backup to cloud, again, Tina is fully capable to go through AWS or Wasabi or OVH. Any S3 cloud, generic cloud, can be used as storage target with Tina. The recovery part, easy. You can recover what you want and where you want. I mean, if you want to restore emails from Exchange Online, okay, you go through the mailbox that you are looking for, and then you can restore all the mailbox, all emails, or granularly, you can pick up one or two emails to restore. And again, you can restore from the original destination or to another destination, or even on a local file system. You can do the restoration. So again, a lot of Tina is able to do many things with the M365 environments. However, with the previous version 4.6.9, we had feedback that the configuration was not that easy. Uh, if you wanted to link your M365 account with Tina, it was a pretty long, pretty complex, and then well, so with this newest version, we try to simplify this process, and you will see in a minute with the demo that now, if you want to connect your M365 account to Tina, you will it will take what 1 or 2 minutes max and you could your backup immediately after 1 or 2 minutes. You will see the demo in a minute. So how does it work? Tina generates a code. The code you can see on the screen. You copy the code. You paste it into your Azure account, and then everything is done automatically between Azure and Tina, and you could start your backup as soon as this process is done. It's much more easy to understand with video, so I will let Renaud demonstrate this feature. Renaud?
Thank you, Geoffrey. So how does how do we go through it? So basically, we configure a new M365 agent. We define the server. We put a name for it, and then we have the easy setup. So much easier than before. So we just copy a code. We go to official Microsoft link. We have a copy. We authenticate with our account and done, right? So we see that it's a very simple process. So basically, to configure all the enterprise application at Microsoft, we just have one button, and in a sort of 2 clicks process, we have it all set up, and we can just start to launch an agent. So
Very easy
yeah,
and
simple.
convenient.
And we see that for MSP providers that have several clients, they could create several agents for each of their clients' M365 account or for partners. So yeah, it's really useful for different categories of clients or partners that we have.
Thank you, Renaud. This new version of Tina brings an interesting feature because there's this new storage target we've called Enhanced Disk Storage, EDS, and it's really interesting because with this functionality, with this feature, you could you could use Tina in your existing architecture. For instance, if you already have some deduplication appliance on-prem, Tina will be compatible, and you could do your backup from Tina to this new deduplication appliance. It's really interesting also because it's in case of an incident, because of the disk, the recovery uh, will be faster, and also you could do some express restart from a deduplication appliance, for instance, which was not the case with the previous VLS destination. And for DR, disaster recovery, um, it is very interesting to have a storage destination. So EDS and this storage will be available only with this new Tina version, and will be compatible with a lot of deduplication appliance from the field. Again, I think we have a small demo video to explain how it works. Or no?
Yeah. So how do we configure enhance this storage? So it's a new storage available. So you just click on add a new storage, and we have the enhanced disk storage one. So we see that we just click next, and then it's very simple. You define the destination. So we have already some partners destinations, and will we be adding more? But there's also a default one. And then we define a little bit the data retention pool configuration, and we can just check the module configuration. As soon as this destination is set up, you can, at the agent level, have configuration where you can define the destinations or update the ports if you want to change them, and also activate logs levels and things like that. So uh, like everything, as you can see, very simple configuration. It brings a lot of value because now we can directly target the duplication appliance without um, in a very simple process. And so this can help, of course, our partners in providing new options to their communities or customers.
Thank you, Renaud. Let's jump into the new compatibilities brings by this new Tina version. So on server side, on Tina server side, we had the Windows Server 2022 compatibility. It was really requested from the field, so we had this compatibility with this new version. Also, as you know, as you probably know, CentOS was stopped. Development of CentOS was stopped, and then so we tried to look for new Linux compatibilities, and we decided to go Alma Linux, Rocky Linux, and Oracle Linux 8. So this version will be compatible with Linux 8. We are already working on the further version, but this version will be compatible with Linux 8. On Tina Agent, we had the compatibility with Windows 11, the latest Windows OS available. So again, the idea is to get feedback from the field. As you know, Tina provides a very large compatibilities with a large compatibility guide. So we are every time looking for new compatibilities, capabilities. So here, this new version, it's the case with this new version, bringing Windows and new Linux compatibilities. Let's jump to the web UI part. So few words on web UI. A lot of work has been done since the first Tina versions. So today we are trying to extend the web UI capabilities, and in each new version uh, you could find some features which can be accessible through the web interface. What we are trying to do is really we are trying to continue to develop the web interface, and all the new features that you have seen today are accessible through the web interface. Object lock, tape libraries management, easy setup. All new features are available in web UI, and really the UI team has worked a lot to make it easier, prettier. Um, you will see in a minute the new Tina interface design, and uh, and and I think they did a good job. We did a good job. It's much more prettier than before. So I will let you see the results in a minute. Renaud, if you want to demonstrate, do a quick demo of the UI interface.
Sure. So we we authenticate to our Tina web UI, so we see that we can view all the information. So we have adapted all what was available in the client in the web UI in a much nicer way. So we can configure all the cartridge locations and manage all the cartridge rules from the web UI. So you see in a very simple way. So a lot of options available where you can change or reinitialize the red label or put the cartridge online manually. So all those options are now available on web uh, to facilitate the work that you have daily with cartridge management or now the cloud management. So we continue to improve the web UI to make it nicer, easier, better user experience. So we work a lot in improving it every day.
Thank you, Renaud. And now, the last information, availability. You still have to wait for a few days, but Tina 47.1 will be available October 14th, 2022. So few days to wait still. I don't. Well, I know that a lot of you are waiting for this new version, but we worked a lot on this one. Teams are fine tuning the version now, and hope this version will be helpful for you and will help you with um, with your backup uh, jobs. I mean, hope this version will be a great version for you, and I think it will. Okay, we've talked a lot with Renault, and now it's time for you and for us to reply all your questions. I've heard a lot of people chat notifications, so I think there are a lot of questions.
Yep, actually, I started to answer some of them, but there are plenty of questions coming in. So for I will also take the one I answered so that they can help maybe the community to have some answers. So I saw questions about can we directly back up to an ES3, AWS, Azure, and so on. So answer is yes. So S3 protocol is completely managed, so we can back up to an ES3. Object lock is not yet compatible with every S3 destination. So there's work with every provider because they each one have different APIs. So we are updating them. So we have a compatibility guide that say exactly which ones are active for object lock. But for S3, almost everyone, and things like Azure are not using S3 at all. So they have their own protocol like Blob, and those ones we are also planning to add them very soon. But yeah, our target is really to be able to target any S3, even if we can also do any S3 with object lock and of course other destinations like Azure or GCP. There was a questions about can we when we back up an M365 environment, can we tell the system to actually back up all the emails? So answer is yes. So
Yeah.
we can select the target root email, and the system then backups every email, and we can also add exclusion on top of it, so which helps. We have already customers with 2,500 mailbox plus because we have customers with 10,000 mailboxes. So yep, you can address plenty of customer usages. There was some questions about Red Hat, the Red Hat 9. When will that be available? So we were planned to add it initially for this version, but we are delaying it a little bit so that we can focus on the quality of this version. But we plan to maybe add a patch in a couple of months after the release, bringing in other system operating system like Red Hat 9 and Rocky Linux 9, or maybe Alma if you can. So those are where our OS where we have plenty of demand. I see a couple of questions are also around MFA. So this is also planned to be added soon on top of the password policy management. There's also
Yeah,
questions about licensing.
yeah. Are you going to change your license system? No. Our license system will continue to be the same, and as you probably know, the OB license system, working on all-inclusive features, will still be the same, and we won't change our license system. And everything, things to know, good things to know. All the new features that you have seen today, everything is included and could be included into your OB license. So this is really interesting from Tina Atempo Tina. This license system bringing all the functionalities in one license. And again, so we won't change our license system. Okay.
There was a questions about what happens if Tina crashes. Can get the user get their data? So basically, yes. So Tina have options to back up their catalogs and all information. So basically, you can restore or have a sort of DR mechanism so that if one is out of service, we can bring a secondary site or secondary Tina up and restore all their data. So we have plenty of mechanism to allow you to have continuity of your service and being able to address all those.
Interesting question from Gregory. Is there a minimum version to be able to migrate directly to this new 4.7.1 version?
Actually, no. I think every version after 4.6.x can be upgraded to 4.7.1. So the older the version is, of course, the more you need to anticipate it. Maybe ask our pre-sale services if they can bring you some hints. But of course, no, the older version can easily be migrated to 4.7.1.
I think we
Yeah, there are sometimes several questions with the same with things we already have answered. So several questions around the thing, but yeah, I see still questions coming up. So of course you can continue sending us questions even after the webinar. We will answer all of them. We will make sure we will have a proper answer to every questions that have been entered in the chat. And we will answer by email if we see that some of them have not been answered. And yeah,
it was I think we, well, 40 minutes we've done. I hope this session was were interesting for you. It was really a pleasure for us to present this new Tina version. As Renaud said, if you still have some questions, feel free to ask in the chat. We'll reply all questions. Um, so thank you, all of us, to be there today. Thank you very much for for your demonstration, and see you in few months for the next TINA version. I wish you a good day. Bye bye.
Thank you very much.